Good morning, everyone. We are here at our 8th grade Honor Day celebration, and I am incredibly excited to gather and celebrate this wonderful group of people that is in front of me this morning. It's been quite a journey, and this school year in particular, what a way to remember your junior high career. What a way to end that junior high career in such unique circumstances. But last week in a meeting with your teachers, I asked them to think about if they were going to describe this school year in one word. And we've had lots of words that probably have gone through our head over the course of the year. Crazy, insane, difficult. But I hope as 8th graders, looking at the summer before their high school career, you could say, you know what? I'm very proud of what I was able to do here at Greensburg Junior High School, because that is most certainly the word that's on the tip of my tongue when I'm trying to talk to others about how I feel right now. You've grown up here, you've laid a tremendous foundation, established some good habits, and I look forward to celebrating with you this morning a whole host of your accomplishments, okay? So with that said, the first individual I'm going to bring up to the microphone this morning is one of our community partners who's going to reflect on our Be the Wall role model representative for the junior high for this academic year. So please welcome Ms. Sandra Gabbard.
Good morning. I'm speaking on behalf of the Greensburg Prevention Group, and what our group does is we work to reduce alcohol, tobacco, and drug use in our community, especially among our youth. One of the ways we do that is, as a 7th grader, you apply to be the role model representative of your school. This year, we are happy to have one of your own featured on our poster. The student was selected because of his ability to make smart, healthy choices. At this time, we'd like to give him a memento of his efforts as a Be the Wall role model and thank him for making healthy choices. Mr. Chase Tacolve. Thank you.
Okay. We're now going to transition to some of our athletic awards. Again, we have individual award nights, but the awards that we celebrate here on our Honor Day are significant achievements over your entire course of your career throughout Greensburg Junior High School. So this time, I'm going to turn it over to our athletic director, Mr. John Rigby.
Thank you all and good morning. I am here to present a variety of awards, individual accomplishments, team accomplishments, and then our all sports and Freeland Award accomplishments. So it'll take just a couple of minutes, a little more than the other presentations, but I want to say that it has been my absolute pleasure to watch our athletes compete this year. I can honestly say that I had not had one complaint from an opposing school as far as how our athletes conduct themselves, and that is on you. So thank you very much for being a good role model and being a good sport as a part of what our ultimate goal here at the junior high school is as a Greensburg Pirate. Along with the competition of the Freeland Award application, candidates were asked to complete an information sheet for the All Sports Award. It is important to note that the Freeland Award comes from a list of all sports candidates. Criteria for the award includes each athlete must accumulate at least 4 athletic letters, completed the Freeland and all sports application, and also write an essay. Additional information not on the application, but includes sports participated in at the junior high school, awards and records at the junior high school, groups you were involved with here at the junior high school, groups that you were not, or that you are involved with outside of school, and also academic awards. This, let me say, is very important to understand, and that is that to be an all-sports candidate, to be an all-sports award recipient is an unbelievable honor. And this year we have 12 candidates. And as I just read, if you remember, our Freeland Award comes from these candidates. So as I call your name, please come forward. At this time, I'd like to invite those All Sports Award winners to the front of the auditorium. I would also like to invite Dr. Jim Freeland and his wife Mary to the front to distribute medals to our All Sports Award winners. Please remain in the front of the auditorium until we have completed the presentation. For the girls, our first candidate and All Sports Award winner is Tiffany Grantley. Our second recipient of the All Sports Award is Leah West. Our third recipient of the All Sports Award is Marissa Powers. Our fourth recipient of the All Sports Award is Genevieve Smith. Our fifth recipient of the All Sports Award goes to Miley Wilkeson. And our sixth Girls All Sports Award recipient goes to Emma McQueen. Our boys All Sports Award recipients, there are 6 of those as well. Our first goes to Christopher Mannings. Our second All Sports recipient goes to Justice Thornton. Our third All Sports recipient is Xander Friend. Our fourth All Sports Award recipient goes to Chase Tacalvi. Our fifth All Sports Award candidate is Jack McKenzie. And our sixth male All Sports Award recipient goes to Caden Acton. These are your 2020-21 Greensburg Junior High School male and female all sports recipients. Thank you. We also recognize undefeated individual and team performances during the 2020-2021 school year. Please come forward to be recognized in one of these categories. Our first individual recipient is Xander Friend. Xander finished his wrestling season at a perfect 14-0. For those of you that watched Xander, you have to notice his tremendous aggressiveness and total domination of his opponents. He will enjoy a very successful high school career if he continues to improve. Congratulations, Xander. Our second individual recipient goes to Justice Thornton, who finished his wrestling season and career undefeated. His record during the 2021 season was 16-0, but this is not the only undefeated that Justice has achieved. He went undefeated in all 3 years of junior high school, grades 6 through 8, at an astounding 58-0. For those of you that watched Justin wrestle, you would have noticed his tremendous game planning from the time that he was waiting on deck to the time that he wrestled. He showed poise, technique, and skill. He no doubt will experience continued success at the high school level. Justice Thornton. Our third recipient of special recognition is Eli Ailes. Eli broke a 30-year-old record in the 100-meter dash with a blistering new time of 11.28. Eli also excelled in other events, but none more than the 100-meter dash. His fortitude is very evident if you watch Eli compete. Congratulations, Eli. Our fourth special recognition goes to Leah West. Leah set a new school record in the high jump with a height of 5 feet 2 inches. Her athletic ability comes from a strong bloodline of exceptional athletes. Her work ethic, persistence, and attention to detail will make her an exciting athlete to watch in the future. Congratulations, Leah. Our next individual recipient is Amelie Phillips. Amelie finished the track season at a remarkable 20-0 in pole vault. She will also receive a plaque for setting a new school record in the pole vault with a jump of 8 feet and 3 inches. When speaking of Amelie, the words persistence and hard work come to mind. Congratulations, Amelie. Our special award as a team accomplishment goes to our 4x800 meter relay track team. Recipients Tiffany Grammon, Annika Poling, Victoria Gallick, and Mary Harmon. When speaking of this relay team, it is appropriate to say that they were competitive, persistent, hardworking in all that they did. Our last special recognition goes to our swim team. Alex Walden, Tristan Hostetler, Tyler Williams, and Christopher Maines. These individuals set a school record in swimming in the 4x400 meter relay with a time of 4:18:36. This record-setting performance wasn't just broken, but it was smashed. When describing their performance, I would have to say determination. You may be seated. If for this last recognition, if you would just stand where you're sitting, that would be fine. Our last recognition comes as a team accomplishment that is awarded to our 8th grade girls basketball team, who finished their 8th grade season a perfect 17-0. This combined with her 2019-20 season of 21-1, they finished their junior high career at an amazing mark of 39-1. They were also six tourney championships. The thing that sticks out the most to me about this group of girls is that for most of the time they only played with 7 players. Team members: Aaliyah West, Miley Wilkerson, Ava Austin, Kayla Tam, Tiffany Graham, Olivia Grimes, and Emma McQueen. These are the members of your undefeated girls basketball team. Our final award is our most prestigious award, that being the Freeland Award. If you haven't ever noticed walking by to the gym, on your left-hand side, that huge display that says Freeland Award above it, and then it has some photographs of some people in a plaque with names dating back to, I believe, 1970. This is our Freeland Award. The Freeland Award, named after a former employee of Greensboro Community Schools, Norman Freeland, is presented yearly to the male and female athletes considered by secret vote to be the best female and male participating athletes at Greensboro Junior High School. It is important to note that the Freeland Award is not a popularity contest. Rather, it's an award that is earned. Besides writing an essay as a part of an application process, various athletic and non-athletic activities such as attitude, effort, school citizenship, and coachability were most certainly considered by each coach when voting for an athlete. Each recipient will receive a personal plaque along with permanent recognition in the trophy case. Before I announce the winners, at this time I would like to introduce our special guests, Dr. and Mrs. James Freeland, to the podium to give us a historical background of the Freeland Award. Dr. Freeland and Mrs. Freeland.
Thank you, Mr. Rigney, and the members of the 8th grade class. It's good to be with you. It's always nice to come back home. This is our hometown. I actually grew up about 2 blocks from here. In fact, I used to sit in those same seats when it was Greensburg High School. So Greensburg must be putting something in the water that I haven't heard about because of the athletes that you have, how tall and how athletic so many of you are. So it's great. My congratulations to all those folks who have been recognized here this morning. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my parents that this award is named after. My dad was born in Dew Point, which I'm sure many of you know, it's just east of here. He was born in 1905. He was the first in his family to go to college. There were 3 family members, and he was the first to go to college. He went to what is called Central Normal, which does not exist anymore. It's on the west side of Indianapolis. But he finished his degree at a place that I'm sure you all know, and that's Butler University. He did finish up his teaching degree, and he taught math. In high school, as well as when he went off to college, Dad played basketball, he played baseball, and he was also a track runner. So he was a 3-sport athlete. He married my mother, who was Cecilia Olliger, and the Olliger name still is around here in Greensburg. They married in 1935, and I can remember when we celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary. When we were waiting this morning, the counselor's office brought back memories. My mother worked at the high school and was the secretary in the counselor's office, which was the same place we were waiting this morning. So lots of memories that brought back. The other thing is to let you know, when I was in school, I could get away with anything because of having those types of parents. Dad taught for a number of years. Then they decided to start a family. In other words, I came along. And at that time, he decided to go into business, and he became the manager of what was called Schultz Furniture Company. Now it's called Taft Furniture Company in downtown Greensburg, and spent a number of years there as the manager of that company. He retired from that, and his love for teaching came back, and he came back and taught here at the junior high for 5 years before he made his final retirement at age 65. He also, as I was growing up, spent time as a basketball official. And I can remember going to games as a youngster with my mother and always wondering why all those people in the stands were yelling at my dad. But he enjoyed that, and I know he really enjoyed the opportunity to be a part of officiating. The thing that he always told me about was the fact that he loved sports, but the number one goal is to get good grades and get a good education. That was number one for Dad. I thought I would kind of quote a little bit that stands in the hallway out here about the award. And these are in my dad's words. He says, when one grows up in a small town like Dew Point, Indiana, and is the oldest of 3 siblings, you have the responsibility to provide by your example the support that may be needed by your family. Dad, as I said, was the oldest. In order to provide this support, getting a good education was a priority when I grew up. Along with this responsibility, I had a love of athletic competition that provided me with numerous opportunities to not only compete in basketball, baseball, and track, but also to enjoy the opportunity to coach. And I didn't mention that about Dad because it was in this. Dad did coach basketball for a number of years and really enjoyed it here in Greensburg. And in a little town that doesn't have a team anymore called Westport, Indiana. He started his coaching career there. My love for athletics and the understanding that participation in athletics is only a temporary activity. We all have birthdays. And that was a lesson that I learned early on in life, that it was a temporary activity. What will serve young people for a lifetime is a good education and the importance of doing their best, whether it's on the field of play or in the classroom, and eventually in whatever you choose as your career. I think Dad would give me the liberty to add some words of my own to this, I'd just like to share some of this with you. You know, numerous studies have been done that have found that the greatest indicator of success in future life, good grades are important, but the biggest indicator is involvement in extracurricular activities, much like many of you are doing. And of course, I know you've got people in here that are involved in extracurricular activities besides sports. So I'm talking about all extracurricular activities. You learn things that will be valuable to you for the rest of your life. Leadership is one of them. Teamwork. Not only teamwork is involved with athletics, but it's involved in any other activity that you're involved in with other individuals. Perseverance. And most of all, the desire to succeed. If you're going to go into that sport or whatever activity, you want to win, you want to do your best. And you learn lots of valuable lessons from that type of activity. You know, while everybody's going to lose a game now and then, or not come in first, but the most important thing is that you remain undefeated inside of you. That you learn, you improve, and you get better. Those types of things are invaluable to you, whether it's in sports or in life, whatever you choose. You know, I guess one of the best examples I can remember being given to me as I was growing up about, persistence is Thomas Edison. And when he was trying to invent the light bulb, and I think it was over 900 times he failed to come up with the right combination to make a light bulb work. 900 times. Persistence. Another item which I think is worth sharing with you is the fact that, most people today, studies have shown, don't lose their job because they lack certain skills. They lack people skills. And you learn people skills in extracurricular activities, to work as a team, to learn how to contribute, to do your part, and to get along with others. So it's so valuable to you to be involved in what you young people have been involved in. I go back to my days, I certainly didn't make all A's. That was not my opportunity. But the extracurricular activities that I did participate in school, I played tennis, I ran track, played a little basketball until I got too short. But at the same time, enjoyed that as much. But there were also extracurricular activities within the community, and one that I found very rewarding was scouting. I had the good fortune to get my eagle, and that has served me well when I put that on my resume. I would never have dreamed sitting where you are today that I would have the opportunity to lead a school corporation, which I did have for 23 years, and today to be a professor at Purdue University, one of the outstanding research universities in the country. Would have never dreamed it. But it all started here. And I guess my message to all of you would be, follow your dream, no matter what it is. Hard work and perseverance can make it happen. With that, I think it's time to find out who are our winners.
Dr. Freeland, Mary, again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come to Greensbrook Junior High School to recognize the outstanding accomplishments that our athletes have shown. Now it's time to reveal the male and the female 2021 Freeland Award winners. These athletes displayed tremendous sportsmanship, guts, coachability, while participating on the athletic field. So without further ado, I present to you the male and female Freeland Award winners for Most Outstanding Athlete. For our female, please come forward. Miley Wilkeson. And for our male, Justice Thornton. Finally, before I turn it back over to Mr. Clifford, if you were an all sports award winner, an individual or school record setter, or a Freeland Award winner, at the conclusion of this program, please report outside in the hallway in front of the Freeland Award display. Okay? Thank you very much.
Okay, it's great. You're doing a great job. As we transition from the athletics to our academic presentation, I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to stand up and take a stretch here before we get going as we transition. Look at you all grown up, and I'm taking all 30 seconds. All right. Hey, we're excited. There have been many reasons to give up, to get distracted, to take our eyes off the targets, the learning goals, and all that this school year. And you really haven't done that. We got 163 days in person out of 180, but that doesn't tell the whole story, does it? There are some of you sitting in the seats here who are quarantined, contact traced out of school upwards of 4 times. It's been quite an experience, being able to learn here in school, to learn at home, to changes in teacher strategies as they've had to adapt to the challenges of the moment. And again, as I started out with you today, you have nothing but cause to feel absolutely proud about your work. Okay, was it perfect? No. Did we hit all targets? No. But we hit far more than one could justify in many situations. So I'm very, very proud of you. So we're going to take the time. There are a lot of names we're going to be reading. We want to try and stay on our schedule so that you can get to the afternoon festivities, but I want to take nothing away from each and every one of you who earned an award this morning, because you most certainly earned it, okay? You might remember as 6th graders, we don't at this time typically do honor roll because that hasn't been determined yet for the 4th 9 weeks. Your teachers, while you're home sleeping in tomorrow morning, your teachers are going to be here in their offices and their classrooms getting grades in, finalizing papers and so forth so that we can make those determinations. We'll get those out to you later. The award that we're going to share with you at this time, and you probably don't remember, but they are the Presidential Education Awards. We are a school that participates in that program, and there are 2 tiers to that. There's the silver and the gold awards. And when they're brought to us, they're always accompanied by a letter from the president. So I'm going to read that note to you right now. Congratulations on receiving the 2021 President's Education Award. America is a country where we are one and unite through tough times. You are the future leaders of this great nation, and through your determination and resilience to push forward, you have reached this ultimate accomplishment of being recognized for this prestigious award. Dr. Biden and I are pleased to congratulate you on receiving the 2021 President's Education Award. We are honored to join your family, friends, school, and community in celebrating your wonderful achievement. Jill and I send our best wishes and blessings. Keep challenging yourself and be kind. Joseph R. Biden, Jr.
Slavin.
Ms. Murray.
Go ahead.
So with that said, we're going to begin with the President's Education Award recipients at the silver level, and that is determined by on the first 3 quarters, those of you who are at the AB honor roll for each of those quarters. So when I call your name, we're going to form a lineup here, and to your credit, there's a great number of you, so let's get through this. Caden Acton. Destiny Anderson. Damon Ashley. Ava Austin. Alexis Bouillot. Samuel Bayless. Connor Beagle. Cameron Benson. Jacob Bottoms. Sophia Burford. Zoe Bird. Brandy Kane. Damian Capper. Carly Cathy. Evelyn Clevenger. Ashton Dodd. Reese Dyer. Anakin Ehrlich. Lainey Ferris. Zion Ford. Xander Friend. Michael Fugate. Servando Garcia. Victoria Gauk. Haley Goss. Tiffany Gramman. Carmen Gray. Olivia Grimes. Tyler Gross. Jonathan Harris. Reed Hungerford. Aaron Jackson. Brooklyn Jones. Lillian Jones. Braden Keller. Alexander King. Ella Coors. Casey Coors. Allison Kunze. Damian Ledesma. Enrique Mazzetto. Riley McCullough. Braden McMillan. Mackenzie Murphy. Can you tell Mr. Parson, Mr. Rell and I practice this? Desiree Murray. Evelyn Pelser. Logan Pennington. Students, check your certificate. You may have grabbed the wrong one. That one, you want to come back up here? We're not giving you two. You just get yours. Blake Pierce. John Robbins. Tyler Roundtree. Cameron Rousey. Mason Salee. Colin Schroeder. Grace Schutte. Caden Scudder. Zoe Steele. Xavier Sexton. Ashton Stromberg. Weldon Taylor. Cohen Thackeray. Justice Thornton. Christopher Varner. Alexander Walden. Ryder Walterman. Kaylee Welsh. Owen Wheatley. Chloe Williams. Jesse Wright. Savannah Willie. How about a round of applause for our silver presidential education movement for 2021. Thank you, 8th grade. We're now going to move on to the Presidential Education Awards at the gold level, which is determined here at Greensboro Junior High School by straight A's throughout the course of the year, quarters 1, 2, and 3, which is quite a challenge. But we're going to recognize these folks. Brant Agra, Yana Marie Ball, Eleanor Banks, Maurice Bieber, Madison Bevington, Miriam Borsma, Elijah Brown, Brooklyn Clark, Sierra Coughlin, William Cunningham, Savannah Danforth, Logan Tobias, Mackenzie Ebbing, Braden Emery, Abigail Fulmer, Aurora Granger, Tyler Gross, Harris. Carter Helmick. Dylan Herpel. Tristan Hostetler. Maddox Hunter. Willow Kennedy. Trevor Kilgore. Camden Loudon. Christopher Maines. Jack McKenzie. Emma McQueen. Quentin Miller. Alexis Moody Turner. Madison Moreland. Taylor Perez. Amelie Phillips. Marissa Powers. Sailor Scripture. Genevieve Smith. Brendan Spurgeon. Charles Stoffaker. Kayla Tan. Chase Colby. Lenara Terrell. Eva Tungate. Elena Weber. Leah West. Miley Wilkerson. Samara Workman. I want a round of applause for our third Presidential Education Award.
All right. The next students that we want to recognize are the extra effort award winners. Again, these students are being recognized and determined by their teachers. Again, what's great about this award is, again, we were all given different abilities, different skills, but again, the one thing you can control is how hard you're going to work. So again, one of those things that you just want to remember in life is just don't let anybody outwork you. And so these students do a great job of that. So first student, Skylar Washburn, this is Blair Science. Tiffany Gramman, Mr. Harris, Social Studies. Maddox Hunter, Mr. Hensley, Biology. Trevor Kilgore, Mr. Hensley, Science. Yana Reval, Business Herbergers class. Ian Linger, Mrs. Course, College and Careers. Taylor Perez, Miss Lasers, Social Studies. Jacob Bottoms, Mr. Bowes, and Mr. Moffin's band. Welsh, Ms. Mays Math. Michael Fugate, Ms. McFalls, Health and PE. Connor Beagle, Ms. Morgan's ELA class. Aaron Jackson, Mrs. Pittman's and Jarks. Caden Scudder, Mrs. Robbins Art. Abigail Fulmer, Mrs. Schudy's Algebra. Sierra Coughlin, Mrs. Schudy's Math. Evelyn Pelzer, Mrs. Simpson's Choir. Rylan Messer, Mr. Spears, Engineering Technology. Emma Brown, Mrs. Walton's Math. The Extra Effort Award winners.
Okay, taking another spot in terms of, rather than our traditional honor roll at this time, the teachers are tasked with taking a look back at the whole school year, and they come up with a list of students when they take into account academic achievement, but also your contributions in class, your work ethic, your attitude, your contributions to the culture of the classroom, and they come up with a list of students to recognize within each subject area. So we'd like to recognize those folks right now. Coming from our math department, our Academic Excellence Awards in the area of mathematics, beginning with Ava Austin. Carmen Gray. Mason Salim. Brooke Welsh. Dylan Herbal. Taylor Perez. Elena Weber. Charlie Stoffaker. Aurora Granger. Lillian Jones. And here are your Math Academic Excellence Award winners. Moving on to language arts. Course level 0. Connor Beagle. Emma Brown. Carly Cathy. Maddox Hunter. Trevor Kilgore. Camden Loudon. Christopher Maines. Genevieve Smith. Charlie Stoffaker. Chase DeColby. Here are your Academic Excellence Award winners. into science. Braden Emery. Chase DeColby. Charles Stoffaker. Elena Weber. Maddox Hunter. Sierra Coughlin. Tristan Hostetler. Trevor Kilgore. Destiny Anderson. Christopher Maines. Congratulations to our science. Moving on to social studies. Charlie Stoffaker. Genevieve Smith. Elena Weber. Sierra Coughlin. Evelyn Pelser. Camden Loudon. Taylor Perez. Colton Schroeder. Caden Acton. Zoe Bird. Here are your social studies academic. All right, we're moving on into health and fitness with Mrs. McFall. Allison Coonsey. Christopher Maines. Reese Beaver. Are we finished? Genevieve Smith. Christopher Maines. You get 2, Christopher. Ava Austin. You were that good in class this year. That's what Mrs. McFall's telling me. That one's science. Well, you get one in science, too. That's right. He earned it, Mr. Rell. Elena Weber. Braden Emery. Quentin Miller. Servando Garcia. Tristan Hostetler. And here are your PE and health. readiness, which is taking a far more important place in your minds as you're moving forward to the new building up at the high school, Destiny Anderson. Carly Cathy. Logan Tobias. Eleanor Banks. Lainey Ferris. Tiffany Gramman. Genevieve Smith. Tristan Hostetler. Ella Coors. Brant Akra. And here are your college and career readiness. Academic excellence in art, Destiny Anderson. Christopher Maines. Logan Tobias. Chase DeColby. Inara Terrell. Elena Weber. Sierra Coughlin. Yana Marie Ball. Leah West. Alexis Beluya. How about a round of applause for academic excellence? In the area of engineering and technology with Mr. Spears, academic excellence for Genevieve Smith, Grace Schutte, Caden Scudder, Rylan Messer, Ashton Stromberg, Maddox Hunter, Chase DeColby, John Robbins, Elena Weber, Alexander Walden, a round of applause for technology. Academic excellence in band, Jacob Bottoms. Lance Coy. Will Cunningham. Reed Hungerford. Camden Loudon. Grayson Raff. Genevieve Smith. Ashton Stromberg. Chase Ticoldi. Alex Walden. A round of applause for our 8th grade band. For choir, academic excellence, Destiny Anderson. Carly Cathy. Abigail Fulmer. Victoria Gauk. Mallory Gray. Paxton Harris. Tristan Hostetler. Ella Coors. Brooklyn Bucket. Inara Terrell. And here are your choral academic award winners. Unbeknownst to many of you, one of the most challenging classes that we had to work with throughout the pandemic were both band and choir, due to the very nature of what they do in class. It was very hard, and they have worked hard and overcome a lot, and were able to end the year with some great performances. So congratulations to all the band and choir students for that wonderful achievement. Okay, 8th grade, you're hanging in there with me. Some of you are starting to struggle, so I'm going to give you one more final stretch before we get to our final award for the day. So I'll give you 30 seconds to stand up.
All right, we're going to get settled back in. So I need a voice level 0. So as Mr. Clifford talked about earlier in the program, we have not been able to get the quarter 4 all A honor roll or all A and B honor roll figured out because we're still in quarter 4. But we do want to recognize those students who are able to meet that mark during quarters 1, 2, or 3. Because again, to make that mark requires hard work and dedication. And again, it's not an easy task to do that. So, very quickly, if you were all A or B honor roll, will you please stand up for a second? Again, if you were recognized all A or B honor roll, stand up for a second. Round of applause for those students. If you were recognized as being all A honor roll during quarters 1, 2, or 3, please stand up. Again, congratulations and great work to those students.
One of the unfortunate things that we were not able to get to as a school was our National Junior Honor Society induction program. But let me be clear with you that this is probably the most prestigious recognition that you can earn as a Greensburg Junior High School student. Not only does it take into consideration your academic performance and kind of a snapshot, but it's done over multiple years. We start looking at you as candidates in 7th grade and monitor your progress throughout your 8th grade year. But it's not just on academics. To know the National Junior Honor Society and to be recognized and earn this distinct honor is you have to qualify across 5 what they call pillars of the society. Those 5 pillars, these qualities that we're looking for, are in terms of service to your community and one another, your leadership, your quality of character, your citizenship, and your scholarship. So as I said, it's not just an academic award, it is a total award for you as what all that you brought to your career here at Greensburg Junior High School. And it's a very prestigious honor. We want to take the time to announce those folks and award you your certificates. And like I said, this is so special to us. We typically give it its own night, but we did not want you to leave into the summer without recognizing you publicly for this tremendous honor. So we're very excited to bring these folks forward. Starting off, and there's going to be a number of you, which says also something about this group. When you take into consideration all that we had to endure from your 7th grade year to 8th grade year, and rolling with the punches, still staying with it, and being your best self day in, day out. No, not everyone up here. We're not bringing perfect individuals. That's never what we were chasing. We're always chasing to be our best selves. And this group of students most certainly represent that here at Greensburg Junior High School. So, kicking things off. We're going to get to these names quickly, but what a tremendous honor. Brant Akra, sorry Brant, almost did it again. Caden Acton. Destiny Anderson. Ava Austin. Alexis Badgley. Yana Marie Ball. I thought I said it, but maybe I didn't. Damon Ashley. Alexis Baluya. Eleanor Banks. Reese Beaver. Cameron Benson. Madison Bevington. Peyton Black. Miriam Boersma. Jacob Bottoms. Elijah Brown. Sophia Burford. Carly Cathy. Brooklyn Clark. Sierra Coughlin. Lance Coy. William Cunningham. Savannah Danforth. Reese Dyer. Mackenzie Ebbing. Anakin Ehrlich. Braden Emery. Lainey Ferris. Abigail Fulmer. Michael Fugate. Servando Garcia. Victoria Gowak. Haley Goss. Tiffany Gramman. Aurora Granger. Carmen Gray. Mallory Gray. Olivia Grimes. Tyler Gross. Niles Hammer. Jonathan Harris. Paxton Harris, Carter Helmick, Dylan Herpel, Tristan Hostetler, Reed Hungerford, Maddox Hunter, Brooklyn Jones, Lillian Jones, Willow Kennedy, Trevor Kilgore, Alexander King, Ella Coors, Keisha Coors, Allison Coonsey, Damian Ledesma, Lillian Lemus, Camden Loudon, Christopher Maines, Jack McKenzie, Braden McMillan, Emma McQueen, Rylan Messer, Quentin Miller, Alexis Moody Turner, Rachel Moore, Madison Moreland, Mackenzie Murphy, Evelyn Pilser, Logan Pennington, Taylor Perez, Amelie Phillips, Marissa Powers, Brooklyn Puckett, Grayson Rath, John Robbins, Tyler Roundtree, Mason Salee, Colton Schroeder, Grace Schutte, Sailor Scripture, Caden Scudder, Xavier Sexton, Genevieve Smith, Brendan Spurgeon, Charles Stoffaker, Ashton Stromberg, Kayla Tam, Weldon Taylor, Chase Colby, Anara Terrell, Cohen Thackeray, Eva Tungate, Christopher Varner, Alexander Walden, Ryder Walterman, Elena Weber, Kaylee Welsh, Leah West, Owen Wheatley, Miley Wilkerson, Chloe Chloe Williams, Samara Workman, Jesse Wright, Savannah Wiley, please give our National Junior Honor Society members a round of applause. Fantastic. Okay, it's great. We could go on and recognize every single person in every single activity and club, but we've been here long enough, okay? And I know you're excited to get into the afternoon celebrations. So what we're going to do now is we're going to ask you to stand as the slide comes up with an activity that you were a participant in. When I call you out, please stand and be recognized at this time. So let's begin with, very appropriately, the curtain opens for those of you who participated in our drama club presentation this past year. Thank you. You're welcome. Veteran members of our academic team who finished second in conference this year. Very close competition down the stretch. Our state competition archery team, excellent growth over the course of the season. They go away to the state, it's awesome. Battle of the Books. Do you want to participate with Mrs. Ralston in Battle of the Books 8th grade? Okay. Concession workers, help Mr. Rigby out. You deserve your own recognition for that. All right, FCA members, please stand and be recognized at this time. Our office helpers in 8th grade, please stand and be recognized this time. Those of you who just inducted National Junior Honor Society, please stand and be recognized once again. Awesome accomplishment. Esports, led by this group right here, one of the greatest esports teams at the national level, and right here in Greensburg. Excellent work. And that group anchored it all the way. Recycling crew, please stand and be recognized. Members of our SAD Club, please stand and be recognized. Members of our Skips team, 8th graders, please stand and be recognized. Members of STARS, our student ambassadors, please stand. Student council members, please stand and be recognized. Eighth grade members of the tech team, please stand and be recognized. Members of band and choir, please stand and be recognized. Great. Student athletes, cheerleaders, dancers, please stand and be recognized. I am incredibly proud of all of you, but let's turn the tables for just a second. 8th graders, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Help me recognize your teachers who have been sitting in the back room and standing. Help me recognize them for all of their incredible work throughout the course of this year. You will never truly know all the extra stuff that we all had to do this year to make the school year possible. But the teachers, you have just been absolutely the foundation which we're able to accomplish everything this school year. So thank you, and thank you students for helping with that. Can we recognize also once again Mr. Rigney for all of his work? Recognize Counselor Smith and Counselor Scheidler for all of their tremendous work helping us get through the school year. But also other administrators and assistants and support folks in this room. Help me recognize all of them as well. And students, certainly last but not least, as far as this moment, I want you to turn over your shoulder, wave to mom and dad, say thank you for all that you did for us over the year. Give them a round of applause. I appreciate you. All right. This brings us to our conclusion, 8th graders. My final words to you as your principal. A week from Saturday is my favorite day of the calendar year. Anybody know what it is? It's high school graduation. It's a week, it's 9 o'clock, a week from Saturday morning, and I will be there. I've only missed one in my 21 years in the district. And that was last year during the pandemic, okay? It is a great day for me, not only as I was a classroom teacher, but as a principal, to be able to see those individuals walk across that stage, because I know, growing up in an environment that I did, that was my ticket to a future that I so desperately needed. And what I want you to understand is that today we celebrated a lot of things, but today is only a snapshot in time. And there are a lot of decisions that you will have to make, choices, more pressures, more responsibility. And I believe that what you built here at Greensboro Junior High School, what you're leaving with, will guide you through that as long as you continue to keep the words of wisdom, the advice, your eyes on the prize, and don't get sidetracked into all the possible alternative futures that you have out there, okay? I look very much forward to watching you grow and prosper over the time. And once again, that is always within your control. It's your choice, which is what we've always talked about day in and day out. So I'm excited for you, but no, you're not done. I do want you to go on a break. I want you feeling good. Get yourselves relaxed and focused, and make sure you come into that high school ready to have a good start. The end of my freshman year, I know I always tell you my stories. The end of my freshman year, I had a 1.7 GPA. That was a hole that was very, very hard to dig out. And it all happened from that very first semester. So you got to come in with that focus. By the way, I graduated just fine. I made it. But it was a very hard lesson to learn, okay? It's very easy to plunge. It's a lot harder to dig out. So, and my whole point was I wasn't focused. I wasn't ready. Don't forget all that we talked about. I'm very proud of you. Be proud of yourselves. Look forward to the fun this afternoon. Mr. Rell, I have no idea where we're going.